Hello and welcome back to my second video. I'm going to continue showing you guys how to make your own local course. This time I'm going to go back and add a little bit more to my first two example holes here, and then I'm going to show you, how it looks when you're pretty much done on my course I've been working on. So first things first, we already got our layout here going. So I'm going to go and I'm going to add extra tee boxes to the two holes to make it so we have the real lengths now for the other two tees. You can add as many as you want. My course has 4. I'm just going to ignore the yellows because the yellows might as well be the reds on my course. But besides that, yeah, good to go here. So first hole, once again, I always do everything with Google Earth and usually referencing, especially this stuff, I reference all the what's it called, the scorecard. So we got the whites here, or well, they're showing me green, but you can go back and change this whenever you want, the color of them, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go in and add all these for the two different distances here. As you notice, it'll also show you a different angle, and it changes the course a little bit for you, which is nice. I'll do this on 2 as well. Or that's actually, yeah, it is 2. There's 11 over here, but yeah. Once again, I look over at Google Earth. I flip back and forth between that stuff just because it really helps make it a lot easier to get a really good reference on what you're doing. At this point, you'd probably want to go back and sculpt land, flatten. I usually use square box, zoom in a little bit, add a little bit of height to it, zoom in again. And if you click a couple times, it'll also keep raising it and it'll make it flatter on the middle surface, the clear area in the middle. You can, that's all your two. So that's, see, that looks ugly, so you go and do. And then, you can still smooth things out there, but, for a quick job, you have raised tee boxes. Now let's go in and make some bunkers. So what I do is create surface, bunker, brush. Now of course you have all your shapes here. What I generally try to do is figure out how big it is. You usually don't, size-wise, you want your bunkers to, I personally like them about 1/3 to maybe 1/4 of the size. And rotate them, make it look realistic, or and look at Google Earth once again where your actual bunkers are. At that point, go in, sculpt land again. Start flattening and raising things here. What I typically like to do is make slightly tabletop greens. I think it makes them easier to play on and also makes things just, I hate putting on stupid stuff, but I'll also show you how I make it so my greens aren't stupid by just being completely flat. So what I also do here, I still have it at 8 inches. Let's bring it back down to like 2. And now I'm going to start adding a little bit of contours on the outside of my stuff, outside of the holes, on the outside of the green. And this is where you look at your actual course and how it looks. You can start making like indents in green in the bunkers. Now if you go back, look. So that's a little aggressive. I'd rather be that be orange. So still a red, but it's at least green on the edge. I think most of the time you want to stay away from yellow and red lines on your greens. Like on the edges, it's okay. Like this is going to pull it into the bunker. I feel like that's fair. If you hit that part of the green, you deserve to go in there. like I'm saying, this is my personal preference. I just think that you really should stay away from doing stuff like that. Like, you know, keep at add a couple inches here, and if you make it bigger like that, now you look at it, well, add all kinds of movement to it, so it's not just a perfectly flat green. It's not moving very much. You can definitely add more than this, but these are just easy ways and simple ways that you can shape and edit your course and make it so it's, you know, more realistic. Even on, show you on 2 how to make a false front here, and then I'm going to show you the real course, what I've done. So, like, once again, you know, try to take one of these circle tools, raise it about 10 inches, go around it, you can do your overhead to make sure you got a good view of it, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. All of a sudden you got a tabletop. You can go in there with a small brush after. Oh, too much. Go with a -1. Add a couple bunkers. Play with the green a little bit. And yeah, there you go. Pretty much how I make greens and how I add details. And once again, I'm looking at Google Earth most of the time when I'm doing it, and I'm just showing quick examples here of how I make it so it's actually playable and how I make it more enjoyable for myself when I'm playing and when I'm, you know, uploading these courses so other people can play them. So let me go back and let me save. I'm gonna show you guys what you know, it looks like when you're, you know, more complete here. So, you know, oh, I forgot to show adding the trees and stuff on the other course, but I'll show you how to do it here. But, you know, once you're pretty much done shaping up your course and, you know, doing everything that you want, adding all your bunkers and adding depth and everything to it, you can go back and in your editor menu, go to terrain settings, go click trees. I click I click many just because I think it's, well, my course also does have a ton of trees on it, but it fills it in pretty well for the most part. But, you know, going from the way it was to, you know, medium or many, then, you know, go back and you can add your plants and grass to make it so it fills it in a little bit in rocks. I just personally do what I did before, clearing it all away, just so you can very easily see and move things around. And, you know, and I start going in and adding details like, you know, houses and stuff, which I try to do before you add trees, because the game will actually build the trees smartly around the objects if they're placed first. So, yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, I think that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed my tutorials here, and yeah, good luck making some good courses.